Let's have a look inside the box of the Garmin Nuvi 2797 LMT. LMT means free lifetime maps and traffic, so you could update your maps 4 times a year and you'll get traffic updates in larger cities in the US and Canada. It comes with Bluetooth for hands-free calling. It also has voice-activated navigation, so you could actually talk to your GPS and tell it where to go, and in return it will give you directions to that destination. It has real directions, and what real directions is, it's real world directions just like your passenger would give you or a navigator would give you. So turn left at the lights, stay in the right lane, turn left at 7-Eleven, those kind of instructions. It also has active lane guidance, which is an animation of the lane you should be in. And then of course it's got photo junction, which is what we see right here on the box. It has a ton of other features. You're going to want to check out GPS City's website for more information. Let's take a look inside the box now. Here are the parts that we find in the box. First we'll look at the USB cable. It's just a micro USB cable. This end plugs into the bottom of your device. And then we have our standard USB connection that goes into our computer, and this cable is going to be used for map updates and data transfers. Next, we're going to find a bunch of documentation, some information on the smartphone link, information on Garmin Express, which is the new firmware update and map update software, some safety and product information, and then a little quick start guide for putting your mount together. Then we have the traffic cable. So the traffic cable is pretty standard. We have the cigarette lighter end here with a little LED on it, so we know if it's getting proper power. We could actually take the tip out to change the fuse. It may be hard to see, but you can push a slot screwdriver down in there and that spring loads, and then just turn it to open it. This module right here on the cable close to the end where it plugs into the GPS is our traffic receiver. There's a little 2.5 millimeter jack here, and that's for an external antenna for traffic. And this connection here plugs into our cradle and not the GPS unit. So on the cradle we have a mini USB end, and they just simply plug together to give us power. And this will mate with the back of our unit. So let's take a look at that. So we have the mount here. This is the mounting cradle. Got all our contacts. We have a Garmin G-ball on the back here, and it's going to mate with this Garmin suction cup mount. And it's got the Garmin G-ball here. It's about 17 millimeters. And they go together with a little bit of force. You're going to hear it snap, and then it's in place. The suction cup has a lever on it, and that's to create a better suction with the windshield. And then we have a little tab here. That's to help release from the windshield if it gets stuck. And this suction cup here is a larger diameter than the regular Garmin suction cups. That's because it's holding a larger 7-inch screen. Next we have the unit itself. And to put it on these suction cup mounts, it's very simple. The top goes in first, and then the bottom clicks into place. And to get it off, there is a release button down here. Just push that release button and it's going to come off. And the cool thing about having a powered cradle is you don't need to unplug your cable from the back of the unit every time you take it out of your vehicle. Looking at the hardware of the Nuvi 2797, we actually have a microphone hole right here. That microphone hole is for our voice commands and for Bluetooth phone communications. When we flip the unit on its front and look at the back, we have the connection for our mounts. It's got a bunch of connectors there. We have our power button right here for turning the unit on and off. We have a loud speaker right here. It's quite a big speaker for a Nuvi. And we have a release button at the bottom here. Also on the bottom, we have a micro SD card slot for adding additional mapping. And we have a micro USB connector for doing our map updates, firmware updates, and transferring data. That was a quick introduction to the Nuvi 2797 LMT.